Oh, Spin Snaker here, coming at you with part 3 of Watch Me Build Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie Donatello. Thank you for your interest in this figure. I was quite surprised at how many people were asking what's going on with this one, and I do apologise for the gap in it, but I was quite set on getting Winter Soldier finished, and he just took a lot longer than I was expecting. So we're back, we continue. So previously, for those of you who haven't seen part 1 and 2, we got a sprung-loaded action figure. When you squeeze the legs together, Donatello's arm did a spin thing, we've spun his baton round, and it was the best toy ever. Rephrase that, it was the most overly expensive toy even. Paid toy, yeah, we paid the toy. Oh, I can't speak. It was the most highly expensive toy for what it was. It was just ridiculous. It was a stupid gimmick, and it was just pathetic, and they were always there. They never sold, but the prices didn't drop. Found a couple of them for about £10 on eBay. Got him, got Raphael, still need to get Leo and Mikey, but we got them. Took off all the gibble, all of this from outside of it, and this is all the mechanics and the whatnots on the do what daddies. Which we're not going to be using. We put all that in there, and we kept the stuff we are going to be using, which is all of this stuff here, which has got the shell and the bow and the gizmos and the arms and the whatnot. So what we need to do today, is we need to do some epoxy, because I'm very, very terrified. As you can see, he's got a big gap in him. We extended his waist to give him some extra height. We managed to keep the articulation, even though I did mess up and I put this little slither here on the wrong way around, but it worked out and it is working. But it's only made with these clear cocktail sticks, which I use quite a lot in my modelling, and they're not the most sturdiest things, and I am worried that it will soon snap. So what I'm going to do straight off the bat is we're going to fill that up. Then while we're letting the body dry, we're going to start working on the arms, hopefully get some kind of something going with the arms in time to do something else. Basically, that's the plan for this video. Well, you know me though, we will see how we get on. So for those of you who do not know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera to put it in a better position so I can work without having this thing banging in the way every 2 seconds. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are moved, and I can kind of see the camera a little bit better. I'll do my best. I know it's very difficult when your head's basically, my head's like basically to here, so I'm focusing kind of almost past the camera, so my head's basically, my eyes are about here, so I can't really see what's on there so often, so I have to keep checking, am I in focus, am I in focus, am I in focus. I know I did fail that a little bit with my previous videos. I am trying, it is a new series I'm trying to do, so please bear with me, and any advice you have is always welcome. Now, for those who don't know, I used to use the epoxy sculpt, which came in 2 containers, which was quite expensive, and I did do a tutorial about sculpting and how it works and whatnot, and that's when I did my Captain America scales, I think I remember rightly. Quite a popular video actually, a lot of people liked it, so I appreciate that, thank you for that. But I also started trying out, it was new for me, is this substance called Milliput. You can see you've got Milliput standard, yellow and grey. There are various ones of these, and I think it basically works on the consistency. Now, this is a very old box. I've had this probably about a year and I've not opened it, so hopefully it will still be good. I can't see a sell by date on it anywhere. No, so we should be good. We should be good. It's been kept in a dry place, so should be fine. What basically happens if we open up, I'll show you. You get these lovely 2 tubes of plasticine, basically, one yellow, one grey, but it kind of more of a greeny kind of grey, if you ask me. You cut off equal amounts of both, so basically snip snip there. You then mix them together, you leave it for about 5-10 minutes, and then it should be good to go. And then the longer you leave it, the less sticky and tacky it is, but it also gives you less work time. You do get quite a lot of work time with this, and it's harder to do it when you're under these hot lights, because they do get very warm very quickly, and it makes things a lot harder. So we're going to just kind of jump straight into this one, and we're going to, well, basically we need a very, very small amount, so I'm literally going to cut off a slither of that here. Other things you are going to need is some water, because you need to keep your fingers wet, so you basically dab and then you play with it. Okay, you want to keep your fingers damp, not wet, damp, because it stops it from sticking to you. You want some tissue so you can like wipe yourself off when you get too mucky, and ideally some tools. Now I got these off of eBay. I think they were about £8. You might notice I get a lot of things at eBay. Very cool tools. Each one is double-sided. I use them all a lot, especially this one with its little, oh not that one, sorry, this one, because it's got a nice sharp hook. Very dirty right now, I need to clean it before I get started. And it's got an even tinier hook that end, and you can get some great detail with it. There's also some flattening tools. See, I've used that quite a bit. It's still got a bit of muck on it, and all in all, very nice. I need to give these a quick clean. Alright, so I've just given them a quick clean just to basically get them ready. Now, we are not going to be using a lot of water, a lot of epoxy, because we're literally just going to do the waist for now. I do want to put some on his legs to bulk him out a bit, because you see he's got really big feet and really skinny legs. Also going to probably put, he's probably going to be pretty much all covered in epoxy by the end of this, but until I attach that shell or have a bit more of a play around that, I want to get the arms in before I start epoxying on the torso. Also need to keep this joint, so we're literally just going to do the narrow bit on his waist right now. My girlfriend's dog is fast asleep, but was just wagging its tail in its sleep. She's a very strange one. Okay, now I'm going to be using this to cut the epoxy. You won't get a clean cut because it's quite a thick little sculpting tool, but I'd rather get this mucky than my blades, because my blades I'd rather keep for actually cutting properly. Now, like I said, you get in a baggie like this, roll it out. Hopefully this stuff's still good. We may kind of stopping this video very short if this doesn't work. See, that's supposed to be grey. That's not far from the colour when I last tried it, so let's have a look. It's quite grey on the inside, so I think it might just be because of the age of it. That should potentially be alright. You don't want to try and use like, you don't want to use too much in one go. Oh, it's already sticky. A lot of oils in these, a lot of oils. Yeah, you don't want to use too much in one go, because when you do, you can't put it back. Once you've mixed it, that's it, it's done. Now this one's a lot more stickier than this one. Like, this is a bit sticky, this is more oily, whereas this is very sticky. Right, so there you go. You see I've got my two amounts. They're roughly the same size. This is potentially a bit big. We'll take a little bit out. There you go. They're roughly the same size now, so I'll mix them in a sec. Let's just put this one away. So you notice I'm trying to keep them as tight as possible, and I'm going to get them out of the light because they dry off very quickly. These go back in the box. That's just below me if I need it. Take this little bit off here. Okay. This is what I'll be speeding up. So damp, a bit of tissue, take off the excess and just work it together. Hopefully this is going to work. So you can see it's sticking to my thumb. That's because there's not enough water on there. Okay, so we've got kind of creamy yellow consistency. That's pretty much as mixed as I can do. You can see it's quite a bit on my hands. And that's again because there wasn't enough moisture. I had to put a bit more moisture in it ideally than I wanted to, because it's dried out a bit over the time because I had it in storage. That's my fault. When you get a new pack, you shouldn't have to apply so much moisture. Shocker! We got a phone call, because that never happens. Right, yeah, all I was saying was that you need to keep my one, had to apply extra moisture because it was quite dry, so I was just giving it a couple of minutes to dry off and then we're going to apply it. And it's had a couple of minutes now because I was on the phone, which you guys luckily missed, so we're now going to apply it. I'm going to put it in two because I want to put some in the front and some in the back, and I've got to be extra careful here. Alright, I'm going to do a bit more because I want that a bit bigger. Alright, now I know that doesn't look particularly nice, but I'm not that worried about it, to be honest, because like I said, he's going to have the shell over top of the back. He's also going to have his front shell, so that's what's going to happen with that. So we're going to let that dry and we're going to work on the arm. Okay, so I know you said we were going to be working on the arms, but to be honest, that was quite a while back when I actually first recorded that. This is now dry, and it's been like, I think it's been like over a week in when I last did that video. In fact, I think it's been 2 weeks. I've just been so busy with everything going on. I do apologise to put this like at the end of the video, but basically a little bit of news is I proposed to my girlfriend and she said yes, so we're going to be getting married at some point. No idea when. Not exactly in a rush to get married, but it's a nice big step that we took and we're both very happy. In other news is that with this guy, I've decided that I'm going to freeze the progression on the work on this figure. As much as I really did want to finish this guy, you know, the new movie's going to be coming out maybe next year. I don't actually know the release date on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this plan on hold, and I'm going to see what they do with the figures for the next movie, because I think the look's going to change as well. And then if the figures they release the next movie are rubbish, then I'm going to pick this one back up. So I know that's a big disappointment to all of you guys, but I don't know. I'm not really optimistic they're going to do anything better, and I'll probably still end up making my own. I might change my mind and come back to this one, but for now, this one's going on the shelf. I'm ever so sorry, guys. I know you guys want to see the end of this one, but I've just got so many other projects that I want to work on, and I don't want to like spend all my time working on this one for it to ultimately kind of not be what I want, and it's going to have a different look altogether. So we're going to wait and see with the second movie coming out, and then go from there. So I do apologise. I know, like I said, a lot of you were looking forward to seeing how this ended out, and I'm ever so sorry to stop it like that. But I will. I've still been working on other projects, and it means I've now got more time to work on others. I kind of want to try and do like a whole like ultimate month where I can just get as many ultimate figures out as I can. And I've got a lot of ideas, a lot of kind of easy ideas as well. Won't take too much sculpting or anything, so I should be able to knock quite a few figures out consistently. And that's what I kind of do, like a whole series. I want to get back. I want to finish my Ultimate Wolverine. I want to redo my Ultimate Wolverine. I've got a brand new plan for him, and I think it's gonna be a lot better. So I'm really excited to get that going. I'm really excited to do so much. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on more. So I do apologise. Again, I know I'm so sorry. And I know a lot of you are probably going to hate me for not continuing this at this present moment in time. But maybe in the future, I will continue and see what happens. So what I'll probably do is I'll take advantage of what I've done to this body, and I'll use it for another figure later on. So anyway, guys, as usual, thanks for watching. I hope you do enjoy the rest of my videos. Please don't hate me too much for this. I know a lot of you will. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.